CrunchLabs versus KiwiCo versus Tinkering Labs. I've shown a lot of cool GIFs these past few years, but S.T.E.M build boxes are more educational, so I decided to try some out to compare them. First up, CrunchLabs, which I thought was the most fun option. The instructions are quite easy to follow, and each box comes with a video from Mark Rober that's around 20 minutes, which I think is a great ad to help explain the science and engineering concepts in a fun Mark Rober-esque way. The builds will take about 20 minutes to an hour, and it's definitely satisfying to put together, but, and this is perhaps obvious, it's more a test of following instructions since you're assembling a specific build. So you don't really have to use creativity to problem solve your way through it. But you do learn along the way, like in this first box there's a discussion of the ratchet gear that helps make this coin spinning machine work, and in the second box there's a discussion of the flywheel that helps launch these discs. Personally, at least in the two that I got, I think CrunchLabs did the best job of designing builds you'd actually want to play with after they're complete. My experience with KiwiCo was pretty similar. The boxes take a similar amount of time and also have pretty simple instructions to follow. KiwiCo had more written content that provided educational value, but I don't think it's quite as engaging as the CrunchLabs video. Generally speaking, how cool and usable these builds are from either company depends on which box you get. Like for example, on the first KiwiCo box I did, I still had a positive experience making this home planetarium, but it's not something I could see people wanting to use over and over again since the end result isn't that spectacular. The second box I built featured a motorcycle that drifts, which I think might be more fun to play with, but still not fantastic. However, the third box I tried was my favorite of the three from KiwiCo, which was a device to make spin art. It's definitely a bit more messy than others, but I thought it was the most interesting, and you get nice art pieces when you're done. Last up, Tinkering Labs. One of the reasons I really like this Tinkering Labs kit was that it's a one-time purchase that can be used to make multiple gadgets. Basically, the pieces in the kit are general use and not specifically designed to assemble into just one item. So you pull a challenge card that gives you an idea of what to make, like a device that scrambles eggs, for example, and it's your job to think creatively and problem solve to make something that works. And they definitely encourage using other objects around the house to help make these. I think this is a great concept to help teach perseverance as you continuously iterate through different ideas to see what works and what doesn't work. It's really rewarding to think of your own idea and execute on it, but some could see this as a downside for a gift. You definitely could get frustrated if things aren't working how you want, and there's no guarantee of success. Although they do give instructions to complete some of the challenges if you don't want to or can't come up with your own ideas. Once you do all the warm-ups, which do come with helpful instructions, you've hopefully got a large enough skill set to start brainstorming how to do the challenges on your own. So here's a high-level summary of the options from the full video I made, and my main takeaway from trying each was that CrunchLabs was probably the most fun, KiwiCo had the most age-specific options, and Tinkering Labs was the best for creative problem solving. As always, you can find links to these on my website, coolsciencefinds.com, and you can check out the full video or the article I wrote for additional options and more details. If you've tried any of these, I'd love to know what your experience was like in the comments. Hope this helped.